Hey everyone, today I am going to be filming a video about foundations for very fair skin, which I definitely have. Now, I did film a video on this topic like a long time ago, and long story short, I accidentally deleted it when I thought I was just making it private to make a small musical edit. So I deleted it, and my hard drive was stolen a few months ago, so I didn't have the backup to re-upload the same video. Anyway, very frustrating, but because this topic is super important to me because I'm always on the hunt for the perfect foundation that is actually light enough for my skin tone, I wanted to film a new video carrying on. So if you have already watched my previous video that is no longer alive, then I'm sorry for some repeats. If you didn't get a chance to watch that video, here is a new one. The first foundation I'm going to mention is the Nars Sheer Glow, and this is in the shade Siberia, which I think is the fairest kind of neutral yellow based foundation that Nars carries in this line. It is the perfect color for my skin, and once you blend it in and add some bronzer, it looks absolutely perfect and does not oxidize, which is so important to me. The kind of dupe that I wanted to mention for the Nars Sheer Glow is L'Oreal Tru Match, and this is in the shade 1W1. This foundation is so similar in texture, and also very similar in color. It's a little bit less yellow toned than the Nars Sheer Glow, a little bit more neutral. You might even find some pink in it, but it's really not noticeable once it's on your skin. Also from the drugstore is this Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I have the matte and poreless version, but there is like a hydrating, dewy version of this, and this is in the shade 110, which I think is their palest shade in this range. This foundation is also very pale. It is definitely straight up neutral. This foundation is the Bourgois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation in the shade Vanilla. This one is very natural skin-like, slightly luminous, but not really. It's definitely yellow toned, and it's not quite as dark as the first three that I've shown you, but it still is pretty fair. So if you are just slightly lighter than NC15, then this one might be a good one for you. This next foundation is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 10 Porcelain Ivory. This is also a very neutral shade foundation. It is definitely lighter than NC15. It's definitely neutral, like I said, but there is like very slight pink undertone to it. This is the Gosh Exceptional Wear Foundation in the shade 11 Porcelain. This is so fair. There it is there. I'm so glad that I found this foundation. It is super full coverage and has a really nice neutral undertone to it. This foundation is the foundation that I am wearing right now, and it is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus, and this is in the second lightest shade, I believe, number 20. And there is a number 15, but it's just a little bit too very pink tone for my skin. This one is definitely more of a neutral shade. Two other foundations that I wanted to mention, but I unfortunately don't have swatches for, are the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation and the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Foundation. This range comes in a very pale shade, which I believe was called Pale Beige. I right now only have Fair Sand because I found that the Pale Beige was too pink toned for me, and so I gave it to my friend. I have the shade in this Makeup Forever Ultra HD in 117 right now, which is kind of a darker yellow toned foundation. I was previously mixing this one and the Y205, a brand new shade that they came out with when they launched the revamp of this product. This one is not the palest. but the Y205 is super pale. Again, it was just a little bit too pink for my skin tone, so I gave it to my friend as well. But definitely these two are something to think about if you are in Sephora. You can definitely swatch them. They do come in very pale shades as well. Now, I couldn't make this video without mentioning my shade adjusting drops from the Body Shop, and this is basically a white, I don't even know, a white liquid pigment that you can mix in with your foundations to lighten it up. It really does work, so if you don't want to spend the money on a foundation, then you can always get this and mix it with the foundations that you already own, and it really does make them a lot lighter. I have a little mini review on this product, so I'll link that down below if you're interested. I also wanted to mention a concealer, and it is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I have the shade Light 1 Chantilly, which is the lightest shade. Watch it for you right here on my wrist. Definitely very neutral and very almost yellow toned there. Anyway, that is my video about foundations for very pale skin. If you also have very pale skin, you know the struggle that the orange and the oxidization, and when a brand says True Ivory, it really means like dark pink. Just no. I hope this helps some of you guys out. You can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I try to upload 2 or 3 times a week. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.